Bradley Juby TV proudly presents.
It's football time in Oklahoma.
Welcome to the Oklahoma Sooner Football Vlog. The Oklahoma Sooner Football Vlog. Home of the 7-time national champions. The most epic and brutal team in college football. The one and only Oklahoma Sooners. There's only one Oklahoma. How's it going, Jubitarians and Sooner football fans? This is Bradley Juby, and this week it's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Kansas State Wildcats at 2:30 on Fox in Norman. It's our first home game in 4 weeks. Our last home game was the Baylor game, the one I went to, so it's been kind of a while, so we'll get some home cooking for this week. And I hope we cook up a good game against these Kansas State Wildcats because, let's face it, they are not to be taken lightly, although they stink this year. I think I've only watched one of their games or listened to one of their games against Oklahoma State, and they were good. But I don't think this team is going to be a good team to go up against all the other good ones in the Big 12, but nonetheless, we need to bring our A game in this game. So, yeah. Now, even though I don't know too much about this K-State team, although from what I saw last year, they almost beat us. But I don't know if they're going to beat us this year. But I'm expecting there to be some competition in this game because I think this team is going to be better than their record. The record's not good, but of course, expectations are that the offense will be clicking, hopefully. But I still have not heard about Trey Sermon. I think hopefully somebody will enlighten me on his situation because apparently he got hurt in the last game, so sorry. So he's I'd say questionable, but also I still don't know what to expect about this defense because now I don't think K-State's going to be a super hot offensive team, but I mean, this defense does make a lot of offenses look super hot, and they have in the first half of the season, but I just don't know if this defense really is back or if we're just going to take a step back, because I felt like we did kind of take a wee bit of a step forward in the TCU game, but I'm questioning as to whether or not we're going to take a big step forward or take a step back. That I don't know. But like I said, I do think Kyler Murray is going to have a good game. I predict that he will at least throw for about 4 touchdowns and get at least one on the ground by himself. Okay? He gets 4 touchdowns and 1 on the ground by himself. So I guess that would make 35 points, but I'll get you the prediction later. But that's kind of what I expect from Kyler Murray. I don't know if the defense of K-State will hold him because I don't know if they're good enough to, or they weren't good enough to deal with Mayfield last year. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, but I still don't know if we're going to see this defense hold K-State. And I'm sorry if my speech is so weird. It's not the Quaaludes. Like I always say, I have speech issues. Nonetheless, I do see a victory out of this. If Trey Sermon cannot go in this game, I think Kennedy Brooks will step up and have probably his breakout game. I mean, he could break out whether or not Trey Sermon even plays. I mean, Trey Sermon could still play and Kennedy Brooks will just run it up. But that's the kind of game we're going to need against this team. I mean, yeah, we need to get explosive, but we need to run the ball. Like Funnymane says, run the ball. It's not going to be easy if we don't run that football. So, hopefully Trey Sermon will be healthy for this one. But if he's not, Kennedy Brooks, I think he'll have his breakout game. I think if Trey Sermon doesn't play, Kennedy Brooks will probably have one touchdown. He'll probably have a long one. I'm assuming. But you really can't assume anything because, well, you got to play the games. But defense is still a question mark. I mean, but I do hear that this defense does like Ruffin McNeil, so I'm expecting to see some real good things out of this defense this week. So, but I just wonder if they'll take a step forward or a step back. I'm just still not convinced that this defense is still improving. So, now for a prediction, I'm going to go ahead and say OU 45, K-State 20. I think there will be some points scored by the Cats, but I don't think it'll be enough for them to beat. They may keep it competitive in the first. Well, anyway, this is Bradley Juby saying peace out and Boomer Sooner. Beat Kansas State. This has been the Oklahoma Sooner Football Vlog, a presentation of Bradley Juby TV. Boomer Sooner!